This is a guided beginner club bell workout. Think of it as hour one. We're going to do 3 different movements: inside circles, outside circles, and 2 hand shield casts. There's going to be 5 rounds of 5 repetitions on each side, but don't worry about all that. I've got you covered. I'm going to be talking you through it the whole time. I'm going to have a link in the description below for where you can get your club bells. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, like this video, and be sure to come back to this Club Bell playlist for more of these workouts so you can keep building on what you're learning today. So, I'm going to be using a 10-pound club bell, but there are 5s, 15s, there's a whole range, so really it's about where you want to start, what injuries or limitations you might have. It's always better to go less is more, start smaller and with less weight, and learn the technique, get really confident before you move up to a higher weight. So first thing we're going to start off with is the stance. Feet are hip width apart. You're going to tuck your pelvis under, so it should be pretty visible, right? Squeezing your glutes, and you're going to be spreading the earth with your feet. That's what I call this. You're really thinking about pulling the back of your legs all the way forward. So as I'm digging my feet into the ground, if I were in sand, they would slide out. They're not going to because I'm on the floor, but same concept, right? Tuck that pelvis in, spread the earth with your feet. You'll feel this pulling your knees open, pulling the inside of your thighs forward, here, right? Keeping shoulders down, and you're really thinking about zipping your whole core. So you're not letting this happen too much, you're staying right in here. Everything is engaged. This is a full body workout. So here we go. Inside circles first. I'm doing them with one hand. Again, it's really about where you're at. You can also start these with 2 hands. Maybe I'll do another video of 2-handed club belling if you guys are interested. So starting on my right hand, I'm going inside and across the body. Pelvis is tucked under. And I want to keep my arm nice and tight. This is what we call order. So I have a nice long line, and I'm creating a beautiful 90-degree angle. If I were to look in the mirror as I did these club bells, I wouldn't even be able to see my forearm because it's kind of hidden between where the club is and my shoulder, right? So that's the goal. That's where you're aiming for. Keeping your shoulders nice and tight every time you go around in a circle. Here we go, set 1. Going around, inside, and across the body. Stop. This is the hard part right here. So taking that time, make sure you're breathing, finding order again. Here's 2. You're going to allow some rotation to happen in your body, right? So you can feel some cracks, some pops in your back. This is 4. And 5. Totally fine as long as nothing hurts. So the way to switch, which looks super badass and is really fun to do, you're just going to go all the way around and then grab it with the other hand. All the way around, grab. Now I'm on the other side. And that was almost one full circle, right? So now we're on this other side, left hand. I'm going inside and across the body. 1, 2. You'll really feel your body resist if you're squeezing your glutes and spreading the earth with your feet. 3, 4, always trying to find that order position. 5, that's set 1, inside circles. Here we go, all the way around, switch sides. That's set 2, rep 1, here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not timed. We're going to go all the way around and switch sides. So take your time. Set the club down whenever you need to. All the way around, switch sides, set 2. Here we go. Inside and across the body. 1, 2. Always remembering to breathe, squeezing those buns. 3, 4, 5. Finding that nice order position. Holding it is hard work, right? I'm still engaging my glutes, squeezing, tucking that pelvis under, spreading the earth with my feet, going all the way around for set 3. And 1. 2, 3, 4, pushing out to the side, 5, all the way around, switch sides. The more and more comfortable you get, the more confident you get, the easier that transition is. If you don't want to right now, you can always just switch hands, right? Here we go, inside and across the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's set 3, all the way around. Switch sides, set 4, 1, 2, 3. Really exhaling when you get to this point, because the stop is the hard part. 4, woo, and 5, all the way around. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got one more set all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bottom of set 5. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, set it down. So those are inside circles. We just did 5 sets of 5 on each side. It is a lot of work. If you feel like a 5 is too light for you and a 10 is too heavy, totally fine. It's a big difference. You can always choke up on the club bell. So you come up a little bit higher because of the weight distribution. And you would do like this. So you'd have a little more control and you'd be able to work your way up to the 10 pounds. So now we're going to do outside circles. Basically exactly the same, except we're going outside and away from the body. Everything about your positioning is the same. You're still hip width apart, tucking that pelvis under, spreading the earth with your feet. Again, you don't want to see your feet move out to the sides. We're not doing ballet today. Feet are facing forward, right in front of you, but you're really opening up. You feel that in your pelvis, you feel that in your legs. Everything in your lower body is engaged here. You'll also feel it in even your arches. Your feet might get tired, so take your time if you need to. There's no rush in doing these. Outside circles. Here we go. Outside and away from the body, starting in this order position. And 1, 2, 3. Everything is the same. 4, 5. And now we get to that transition. I might actually have to take a step over. Same thing. All the way around and switch sides. Right? So now I'm going outside. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice long line with your arm. 5. You're really using this as a lever. So it's an extension of your arm as you swing. All the way around, switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way around, switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On set 3 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set 4. Almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way around. Switching sides. Finding this order position. This is the hard part, right? You really want to squeeze that elbow in as tight as possible. So when you go around, swinging outside, and 5. It's always coming right back to here. One more set, all the way around. Switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time around doing these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So obviously, you can use momentum to get this club moving and going around, right? But that's kind of the thing that happens. It gets all wonky and crazy. So you want to have control the entire time. It helps to practice stopping. It's the easiest way to know you have control, whether you're going inside or outside. Knowing you can stop is really important. Then you're not worried about it hitting your head, falling anywhere. You always have control of it. So that's why we're really practicing this effort of stopping. This is the hardest part. This is where everything starts to exhale. You really feel it in your core. You feel it in your glutes. So that is the hardest part. Taking a second, shake your hands out. It's totally normal for you to find that your wrists get sore, your hands get sore from doing this. This is not kind of typical weight training for a lot of people, so they haven't worked on strengthening the wrists. So doing some wrist mobility is really helpful, especially the next day. Okay, do some figure 8s. And now we have a 2-handed shield cast. So this is 10 pounds, and we're going to swing it around the head. That's kind of a lot of weight to just use with one hand. So everything about my body position is the same. Feet are hip width apart, tucking my pelvis under, spreading the earth with my feet, thinking about really engaging my core. I'm still zipping it up. And now I'm going to grab this club bell, and I still have that order position. I'm choked up just a little bit with my top hand because my other hand needs some space, right? I just need a place for it to go. So the top hand is the one that's in control. I am going to go over the opposite ear. So this side, to make a great big shield cast, I'm going around my body. I find it's really helpful to just kind of look in the direction that the club bell is going to go because it makes my body turn just a little bit. I have a nice tiny rotation that allows that club bell to get around my head. And if you have a lot of hair or you have a big bun, it'll hit the top of your bun. It happens. It's okay. It's just hair. It doesn't really hurt or anything. So here we go. Right hand is on top, left hand is on bottom, tucking my pelvis under, core is engaged, find that order position, and then we're going to look over to the other side, pull. That's 1. Showing to you from the side, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always coming back to this order position. So this is always strong, right? My shoulder is nice and strong here. If I'm out here, this is a lot of work. It's my arm doing a lot. I want to be here. Shoulder packed down, arm is nice and tight. If you find you cannot get your arm as far back as I do, that's okay. This is a beginner class. This is where you start. If you can only get to here, okay, fine. You do what you do, making sure that it's not painful. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, maybe 10% is good, but more than that, you don't need to. The more you do this and the more you practice, the better you'll get. So you don't have to worry about not quite looking like I do right now. It just takes years of practice. So now we're going to do the other side. There's no real fancy way to switch arms or switch hands. So left hand is on top, right hand is on bottom, tucking my pelvis under, squeezing my glutes, finding that order position, right? And here we go over the opposite ear. 1, 2, remembering to breathe all the time. So that was set 1. I'm going to do it from the side again, just so you can see what it looks like behind me. So the pulling it back from about here, this is the really hard work. If you are not engaging your core and you're way back here, it might feel good for a moment, and then it's so much work to pull it over. So you want to be engaged the entire time in your core. Here we go for set 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love counting out loud. It's an easy cheat so that I constantly am breathing. Every time I say the number, I'm exhaling, so it helps a lot. I'm going to do this one so that you can see from behind me and you see what it looks like. This is my left hand is on top, right hand is on bottom. We're going over my right ear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, obviously you see my hair gets caught a little bit. Such is life. That's what I deal with having hair. Oh well, no big deal. As you do this, you'll find one side, usually your left, if you're a righty, is weaker. Totally normal, totally fine. Take it slow, and that's how you start to build up and even out those two sides. We have 3 more sets, and we're done for today. Here we go. Tucking that pelvis under, spreading the earth with your feet, engaging the glutes, zipping it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. This might look like a really familiar kind of movement. Like, I don't know, using a bat. It's pretty basic. A sword, a lot of the time people think of. And that's true, that's what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can tell, this is a pretty normal movement. We want to be able to reach our arms over our heads and a little bit behind us. But how often do you do it? How often do you practice that kind of thing? Probably not that often, unless you're a fencer or something. So this is a great way to practice and really build up that kind of structural integrity and strength in your body. We have 2 more sets. Here we go. Turning to look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. Finding that order position, elbows tucked in right by your hip. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the other side. Last set of these. You might not be sweating yet, but you usually will as soon as you put these clubs down. And this is a beginner workout again. You can always build up. So we're starting with 5 sets of 5. Next time you do 6 sets of 5, 7 sets of 5. Start building up your ability to not put down the club throughout the entire workout. That's a hard one. Last set, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And set it down. Take a breath. Shake your hands out. Your feet might be a little bit tired. You might feel it in your back, and that's okay, because this is really working out your back. This is literally making you stronger from the inside out, because it's working all of these muscles. Everything is engaged. This is a full body workout. And great job. Be sure to come back, and we'll be doing more of these club bell workouts. This is just hour 1.